Hey, good morning, everybody. Getting a late start this morning. Rained all night long. Like, everything I have is wet. I'm carrying a bunch of water in a very wet tent right now. So, yeah, Anonymous and I camped back there by the little trail to the spring with a nice gentleman named Alley Cat. So, I'm the first one out, and they're coming a little bit behind me. So yeah, basically, we got in last night. It was about dark. But we decided to, we needed water. We didn't have much for dinner or anything. So we decided that I put on my pack, and Anonymous and I both went together, like down a long, steep trail in the dark, basically. Really sketchy trail to get some water. But we did find really good water when we got there, so that was worth it. So we filled up enough. We filled up so much, we even had to dump a little bit this morning because we just didn't want to carry it. But it was good to already have that out of the way. And we think now we're carrying enough water to get us to Wind Gap, which is the next little town we're trying to get to resupply. I'm low on food and stuff, and then Delaware Gap will be soon after that, so like the next town. So hopefully the next couple of days we can get through both of those. I ordered some y'all won't believe this, I ordered some dang Altra shoes and to replace my Olympuses that I have now, and they're supposed to be delivered to the post office at Delaware Water Gap like a week ago, but they're now stuck in the FedEx vortex. So mailing stuff to myself it's not worked out well on this trip. Oh my goodness. But anyway, like, it's not a huge deal. I mean, my shoes can go further if I can just figure out how to get them, further down the road or whatever. And maybe they'll still show up, but I just don't feel confident once you start getting that. At least it's not in Austell, Georgia. Thankful for that. It's in Northampton, Pennsylvania, probably the Pennsylvania version of Austell, Georgia. So I don't know, we'll see. But so anyway, beside that, like I said, we're just trying to get to town today and resupply if we can make it. Like, it's like almost noon now. We were just getting poured on with rain, so we didn't try to get up and hike in the heavy rains because the hiking is so sketchy anyway when it's nice out. We didn't want to take any chances. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at. I did get a little bit of news this morning. I talked to Big Breakfast, and he is finished with the trail. So he sent me a little picture of him at Katahdin, and I'll put that here. If y'all remember, he was another guy I hiked with early in the hike. I think we met in the Smokies, I believe, for the first time. But him and Radioactive have been my guys for helping me kind of keep up to date on what's coming up, all the good things to do, things not to do. So I appreciate both of them for that. But yeah, congratulations to Big Breakfast. Proud of you, man. You rolled through that thing. Oh my goodness. So he was killing some miles for a while. So anyway, I will get back on that positive note. I will get back on the trail. The rain is out of here, but it is super wet. Everything's damp. Welcome to the AT. Oh my gosh, peeps. Kind of need rocks today and make it a little bit easier to walk. And I'm going through a muddy section now. I almost tripped and fell a couple of times. So ironically, you get a good section of trail, and of course it rains and makes it not as good as it would be. So anyway, I'm so close to the end of Pennsylvania, and I only had one goal. Like, a lot of people set goals for this and that, mileage and stuff. My only goal for Pennsylvania was just to stay erect. And I've accomplished that so far, but wait a minute. Sorry, trying to keep this PG-13. No pun intended there. But anyway, yeah, my one goal is to stay erect during the entire month of Pennsylvania, or the entire hike of Pennsylvania, whatever. I'm sorry. Anyway, so yeah, I'm close to being able to do that if I can just make it through probably today and tomorrow. So, oh my gosh. It's fair to say Pennsylvania is probably one of the toughest states to stay erect in for the entire time. So kudos to me if I can accomplish that. But alrighty, all jokes aside, I've almost fell like 3 times while I've been talking to y'all. That tells you kind of how it is. So I'm gonna let you go to try to keep the record alive. Okay, Pete, shout out to my folks in the comments and to my buddy Todd Huey back at home. for pointing out that in my bear video from last week or whenever it was, episode 117, what's something that Anonymous and I didn't realize during our bear encounter with what we thought was a bear and a cub may actually have been a bear, a father bear and a potential mama bear and a baby cub. There's actually were 3 bears there when Anonymous and I saw what we thought were only 2 bears. If you look at about the 520 to 525 mark of episode 117, just in a flash you can see a baby cub, it looks like, in the background climbing a tree, and Anonymous and I never saw it, which I think is just because we were so super focused on the daddy bear, so because he was big. But anyway, yeah, shout out to y'all for catching that. I did not catch that. I edited that one on trail, so I was only watching it on my phone, so it's really hard to see without knowing it. I might have caught it on a bigger screen, but yeah, that's awesome. So in reality, we actually saw 3, well, we didn't see 3 bears, but there were 3 bears there when we saw 2 bears. Is that a better way to say it, maybe? Oh my gosh. Anyway, yeah, shout out to you guys. You commenters are awesome. Give me so much good information. Very little negative feedback, which is awesome. Like, I mean, I don't mind negative feedback. You know what I mean? Feedback and presented in a negative way, maybe. It's a better way to say that. But yeah, if you don't like something, tell me. Like, I'm totally cool with that. So anyway, I'm gonna keep on hiking. Trying to get to town, need some food. I'm down to like not much, like a ramen. I mean, I could go 24 hours if I had to, but definitely could use some better food than what I got. So we've been out on trail for several days now. So anyway, I'll get back with you down the trail. Rain has completely stopped. It's very, very damp, extremely damp.
So stuck with us.
He has a deadline.
For school?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to make him.
Okay, peeps, back on trail after a lunch stop at the shelter, and now currently aiming for Wind Gap. It's just a small little town. Doesn't have a lot of options on where to stay, but there's actually a place called Detsy's Tavern that's got really good comments about being a very hiker-friendly kind of bar and restaurant that'll let you camp basically in their backyard. So I think that's what we're going to be aiming for. We're about 5 miles away, and it's about 4 o'clock, so I'm going to try to get there before dark. See if we can get some food in us. There's also a resupply option there, like a Turkey Hill convenience store, possibly a grocery store, probably just whatever's closed, because we're still trying to get to Delaware Water Gap in the next couple days, so we don't need a whole lot of resupply. So I could definitely do something at a Turkey Hill and just eat at the restaurant and probably be good to go. So, but we're going to see. We're still kind of debating what's going to happen. So Anonymous is hiking up ahead of me. Here's a nice little opening by some power lines. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's kind of still foggy from all the rain and stuff this morning, but the rain has stopped. So I was going to drive my tent out of the shelter back there, but there just really wasn't a good place to do it. So I'm hoping to do that while I'm in town, or just set it up and maybe let it dry out while I do other chores or something. So like I said, there's a laundromat there at Wind Gap, but I don't know if it's worth trying to do laundry if we're going to be making a town stop maybe tomorrow or the next day. So anyway, just gonna have to see how it goes. As always, no rigid plan out here, so not only day by day but kind of hour by hour. So we'll see what happens. But oh yeah, look at that nice view of the clouds. Nice view right there. We are getting close to the Poconos. I don't think we really hike in the Poconos per se, maybe, but we are definitely in that general area, so we shall see. Okay, peeps, we made it to Wind Gap. We're now road walking to possibly Detsy's Tavern. We stopped back at a little hotel back there by the trail, and there was nobody there, and they may have had a room, may not, I don't know. I guess you're not open for business if nobody's there. So anyway, so we're hiking on down here into town. It's about a mile out of the way, but we need food and all the things. So I don't think we can get a hotel or anything. There's just nothing here. So we're gonna just try to get some food and possibly tent out behind Detsy's Tavern. So we're gonna check it out, at least see what it looks like. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap this episode up here. It's getting about dark. We got a lot of things to do, so I'm I'm also running low on battery. I'm gonna try to find a charge for that somewhere. So appreciate y'all watching, and I'll get back with you tomorrow morning as I'm leaving Wind Gap at some point and somehow in some way. So I'll talk to you soon. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching.